Alright, what's going on, y'all? So I have a little story right here. I don't know if y'all seen it already, but this is a story where, you know, it's kind of a life lesson situation, especially if it's for me personally, because I would never do this. But a Detroit, Michigan man won the lottery for $30,000, and he treated himself by getting a $20,000 chain, which I think was probably the wrong move. But I'm just going to fast forward to just what happened to the man. Basically, he was robbed at a gas station for his $20,000 chain. Now, at this particular gas station, I guess the gas station clerk or the owner says that they have people that literally canvass the area to try to, you know, find victims, and they snatch chains before on certain people. And it might be a situation where he could have just been, you know, at this gas station, and it could have been his first time, or maybe he, you know, constantly comes to this gas station and, you know, he finally got his chain snatched. But in the video, you can tell and you can see that, like, he goes out and then they come towards him. He try to run back in the gas station. Of course, they kick and punch him, then they snatch his chain off. Now, let me tell you this something right quick. One thing that I always learn, you know, once you get a little bit of money, you don't try to overspend. And I think with him buying a $20,000 chain, I don't know how his pockets was before, you know, hitting the lottery. But if I was to win $30,000, I'm not going to go out and spend $20,000 on something like a necklace, a chain that really doesn't do anything but just look flashy and just make you appealing to the streets. And when the streets see that you're flashy and appealing, of course, the streets is hungry. So the streets did what they wanted to do, and they took his chain. Now, like I said, $30,000 lottery, you won $30,000 and you spent $20 on the chain. You know, of course you got to pay taxes on that. I don't know the actual taxes in Michigan and all that stuff, but you have to pay taxes on, I believe it's over $1,000 when you win for a lottery or whatever. So $30K, and you take taxes off of that and everything, and you put the $20,000 chain, he basically in a whole loss right now. Unless he had insurance on that $20,000 chain, he's in a complete loss right now, because at the end of the day, if you spend 20 on that chain, chances are you probably don't have 10 grand left. I'm just assuming. But I don't know. And like, at first when I read this story, I didn't read the story fully. I thought it was a situation where, you know, if somebody wins some money or lottery, they go around and tell everybody, and then they, you know, was just keeping an eye on them. He probably told them that certain people that, oh man, I hit the lottery for $30,000, and you know what, oh, I just bought this $20,000 chain. I thought it was one of those situations where, you know, you talk too much, and then, you know, that word get to that word, to that person, to that person, to that person, and then, you know, voila, they catch you out on the streets and they rob you. That's what I initially first thought. And I don't know if that's possibility is still the true statement, the way I'm thinking. Like, if you're going around talking too much, eventually somebody's going to hear something and it'll be like, oh, $20,000 chain, you know, they're going to snatch it. And they might not get $20,000 for it, but they might get 10 or 8,000. But guess what? That's more than what they had. So at the end of the day, you know, I was thinking that way. And if it is that way, which, like I said, the report is telling you that, you know, the people that basically, you know, that snatched his chain, there was always surveillance in that gas station trying to, you know, find people to, you know, snatch the chains and rob them, period. But like I said, the way I think and the way I'm always thinking when I hear stories like this is always, you know, I feel like somebody always talking too much and running their mouth about what they have and what they just won and what they just bought. That's what I always think. But my lesson out of this situation, if I ever put myself in any situation of getting that type of money, I would definitely sit up here and say to myself, man, I would not sit up here and buy a $20,000 chain if I just won $30,000. The first thing I would do would pay off some of my debt. That'll be the first thing I think of. And then, of course, I know I just won 30 grand, so I'm sitting up here, I'm going to talk to whoever I need to talk to and figure out, like, okay, how much I have to pay on taxes. Because think about it. Think about, you know, you're working every 2 weeks, and you know your taxes are coming out your check. That's one thing. And then, you know, at the end of the, you know, the year, you have to file your taxes and you see whether you get money back or you have to pay. So what you getting a complete flat 30K just like that, you really want to sit up here and say, oh, okay, do I and can I, is it a way that I can pay the taxes on that 30K right away? versus waiting down the line, because I've known people that hit lotteries for 10,000, 15,000, or go to the casino and win large amounts of money, and then they go years and years by and don't pay the taxes on it, and then guess what? They get hit with some paperwork talking about, oh, you owe X amount of dollars because of the winnings that you had in such and such year, and then next thing you know, you're paying monthly a monthly bill or weekly bill or bi-weekly bill because you failed to pay taxes on money that you receive, a large sum of money that you receive on your winnings. So it's a lot of things you have to be careful of, and at the end of the day, you win $30,000, man, don't put it on your body, don't show off. Don't think that people out here are not paying attention to what's going on. Like I said, you might think you can go somewhere and people are not watching you, or they're not paying attention to the things that you do and the things that you say, and you know, you value whatever you want to value. And that gold chain, it had to mean a lot to him because he spent 20K on it. And like I said, you win $30,000, and your initial thought was to say, oh, I'm gonna go get me a $20,000 chain because I won $30,000. Like I said, I don't know the man's pockets, but if he really have money like that, and if he just bought the $20,000 chain just because he won 30, because that he felt like that was a way of him buying a chain because it was a lottery winning, it wasn't something that he like had to go and, I don't know, get a contract and build this and build that, and he had to work so hard for it. It was just like a lottery winning, so it was kind of like, you know, play money, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, be smart with your money. That's one thing I could definitely tell you. Even the people, like some of the people that are famous and rich, a lot of them are smart with their money. Some of them are not, but a lot of people that are multi-billionaires are very smart. Now, you can sit up here and say something about some of the millionaires, whether you want to say is a rapper or an athlete or something. You could say that they probably, I'm not going to vouch 100% on their side because I don't know everybody and how they invest their money. But if you're going to get any type of large sum of money, or you win some type of large sum of money, I would suggest that you invest in yourself. You can go invest with somebody, but I suggest you invest in yourself, because even investing with somebody is always some cautious situations that you got to worry about, because you always hear these stories about people saying they know somebody that they invest in, and then they turn around and they lost millions of dollars. So be careful out there. Be careful how you spend your money. Be careful who you keep in your circle. You know, sometimes your circle will be the people that really will come after you. So pay attention. That's all I got to say. Peace.